What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the 12 Days of the Dawning. We're taking a trip through the lore here for the Dawning, and we're going to probably read a couple. We'll read about Tess and Amanda today. Many of you enjoyed Zavala's story yesterday. And to be honest with you, it's the only one I've read so far, so I hope these are all just as good as Zavala, but we'll see. Tradition is bigger than you. When Tess told me the Frames had organized the Dawning, the Dawning in the new tower while I was all the way out on the farm, I thought, how could they do it without me? And then I said, Ava, these traditions are bigger than you. They live in the hearts and minds of the people who have passed them on generation after generation. Now that I'm back in the tower, helping to create the loveliest Dawning celebration yet, and I carry on that tradition I'm sure to repeat every year, I ask Ikora to make the Dawning crystal, and I ask until she does it. So apparently Ikora makes that big thing floating out in the sky next to her. I make an appointment to discuss the decorations, but I know she's always very busy with urgent Vanguard business, and that's why when I approach her alcove, I hear low voices. I don't barge right in, I just peek a little bit. Ikora is muttering, she sounds almost angry. Dawning decorations, I've got no time for frivolous. A male voice says, it's not frivolous, people need this. I understand that it's hard for you. It's just it's the first Dawning without K. Stop talking, officious, right now. I do not see who Ikora is talking to or recognize this name, but Ikora's voice is sharp. I have other concerns. What about the latest reports from the Tangled Shore? I don't know what to make of them. And my hidden have reported trouble brewing closer to home. I notice her eyes drift across the main passageway to a secluded nook with a partially closed gate. Maybe she knows about Black Armory. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure she does. Yes, Ikora, but... And there's never any word from Osiris. Not that I'd expect, but... She shakes her head. With respect, why not just message him? Perhaps I just don't have the time to, she pauses. Ava Levante! I make sure to tread loudly and rustle my sheath of Dawning crystals designs as I enter. Why have her think I was eavesdropping? Ikora watches me, her arms crossed. Her ghost hovers by her ear, whirring with alertness. Happy Dawning, Ikora Ray, I begin. She can tell by my big bright smile and the firm way I spread out the designs to her to pick that it'll go faster if she says yes. She respects our tradition, though. She says no twice, then she says fine, Ava, fine. She does not believe the crystal matters, although she avoids my gaze. But her ghost, I see his eye blink at me. The design she promises to make is exquisite. We must agree to meet again when she finishes it. I join her in the bazaar while running errands and with my assistant, Malia? Yeah, I read the name right. So many last-minute tasks. When we march up, Ikora and, oh man, Officius are huddled together. She keeps shaking her head, but she still lifts her arms and suddenly an enormous... But still, she lifts her arms and suddenly an enormous Dawning crystal winks into being in the skies above the tower like a million diamonds suspended in air. Malia grasps. She's never been so high in the tower nor seen the Dawning crystal up close, only from the city far below. She drops all the packages she was carrying. The Warlock Vanguard helps Malia pick them up, piling one parcel on top of another until she realizes Malia is still a stone, kneeling, watching her hands that had kindled light from air. The poor girl's scared face is slick with tears. She wipes them with her sleeve, but the tears will not stop. Malia's family escaped the city during the Red War, you see. Though they survived and have a home again, there have never been many beautiful things in their lives. Malia touches Ikora's arm and mouths a thank you. Her cheeks flush red as a pincushion. Then I kneel too, a bit slowly nowadays, to take the packages from Ikora, all but one, bound in a golden ribbon and embossed with an open eye encircled by a sun. I nod and press it into her hands. And then I hear the ghost of Ikora's whisper, I told you so. And Ikora reply, So you did. So there's a package from Osiris. She got a package from Osiris. Oh, this is emotional. That made me feel things, dude. Well, let's go check out that crystal. Now I have way more respect for it, and then we'll read the other thing. I am always impressed by the writing and the storytelling in the lore. I am so happy that it's in the game. Ugh, feels good, man. So Ikora just makes this giant crystal for everyone to look at. Just out of the air, just like right out of the air. She just makes it with her mind. I wish it was nighttime because it glows way better. Just gonna, I guess we'll just hang out over here in the cafe. Maybe check a look at it. Oh, if we go up here, we'll get a better look because it'll have something behind it. Yeah, but then Hawthorne's gonna talk. Shut up, Hawthorne.
Hey there, Guardian.
Look at that shit. That's crazy, man. Cool. Okay. Now I'm super interested about like what the Drifter's gonna say. There's like actual lore. So she's been waiting to hear from Osiris, and then like now she's hearing something from him. I really don't feel like Osiris is the kind of person to send donuts or donut holes. You know what I'm saying? Like he seems like the kind of guy that would be like, "Here's a present for you. It's bad, and we're all gonna die." That's me. All right. Let us continue. I am emotional today. Dawning before the dawning. Amanda once told me that her mother, Nora, came from the desert people, a place far, far from here. Nora had been on the road since she was a girl, sometimes with nothing more than an old scribbled map and that shotgun of hers. She didn't need much, she did need people. Nora met Amanda's father in some half-abandoned village, and when she told him about the last safe city, well, he followed her. They had no family by themselves. They picked up fellow refugees along the way and lost others. Then they had their precious little girl. It must have been a slow, slow road first with a little baby, with a young child, but they believed, and they had hope, and they pushed on. Amanda told me about one particular dawning that they had shared out in the wilds. They had fallen in with another family that had a child, Lucia, a bit older than little Amanda. They were agreeable travel companions. They found themselves in the thick of the forest, with the wind wailing, a storm coming down, branches flying, and realized they had to stay put. So they found the wreckage of a drop ship, leaned up a wing and crumpled siding, and squeezed all the grown-ups and the two little ones into the dry space under the rusted hull. Then Amanda's mother says, "We'll be here for a while, might as well do something to keep our spirits up." She sends the adults out foraging for something to eat, something to drink, and something to keep dry. Amanda's father comes back with long-leaved plants to weave into mats. Their companions returns with full water flasks, some prickly fruit, and a dozen or so wild vegetables like cucumbers. With dried fish from their packs, it's actually quite a feast. As the adults are working, Lucia is curling the rinds from the fruit into little flowers, but Amanda is kicking her legs restless. "Make yourself useful. Make some decorations," Amanda's mother urges her, very mom-like. She hands Amanda wires and nuts and bolts and a circuit board full of little lights. Lucia comes jumping, an old battery in her hand, and together the two girls make miniature garlands of tiny bulbs. And Lucia shows Amanda how to touch the wires to the battery to make them light up. Bright little lights in the vast, dark forest. Amanda told me about the fruit with soft white flesh and a sour taste. She told me about how they sang made-up songs together with no words, just humming and tapping out a beat on the metal walls of their shelter. She doesn't know what the fruit was. Maybe it doesn't exist anymore. The other family, they got separated from Amanda's people. Later on, Amanda's parents gone, like so many others, on the road to the last safe city. But Amanda Holliday still makes lights, you know, uses spare parts and odds and ends to decorate her workshop. She does it every dawning. Oh, my emotions! Why does everybody have a reason for the things that they do? It's crazy. Oh my God. So all the little lights she's making is like her remembering that experience, which, you know, like, that's cute. It's the holiday season. I'm reading emotional things. Ugh, I'm such a softie, man. Oh, wait a minute. Where are your little lights, Amanda? I thought you had lights around. Oh no, you had lights around you before. So like, if there's any lights in the tower, she's making the lights somewhere. What's going on over here? Oh, can we play hockey over here? Is that the? Oh no, it's soccer. We can play soccer over here. Neat. Man. What? You can throw a snowball at the soccer ball. Well, this is super awesome. So it looks like the lore in the Dawning is actually continuing some of the, I don't know, important story points. And it's also like a really important time of year for like everybody, which is, I guess I get it, but now I get it more. Oh man, I want to keep reading stuff all the way. So yeah, Amanda probably made those lights right there that I ran past while I was trying to find them. So that is the 12 Days of Dawning Day 2. I hope you liked it, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.